Top of the day, beautiful people. Top of the day. That's Swaboo. That's Swaboo. Yes. Langley today, but you had to go on access lesson. Your name didn't go up there, so you can't go out there to that job. Yeah. I'm live. That's Swaboo. That's Swaboo. What? Yeah, that's the only job you got going on today. Jamal, talk to me after I'm done. Alright, y'all. We are at another Monday. And today we are reading Zechariah 5, 6, and 7. Picking up where we left off yesterday. Alright, y'all. Sorry. I'm going to get into Zechariah chapter 5. Go ahead and get started. Alright, y'all. Alright, Zechariah 5. A flying scroll. I looked up again and saw a scroll flying through the air. What do you see? The angel asked. I said, a flying scroll, I replied. It appears to be about 30 feet long and 15 feet wide. Then he said to me, this scroll contains the curse that is going out over the entire land. One side of the scroll says that those who steal will be banished from the land. The other side says that those who swear falsely will be banished from the land. And this is what Yahuwah says. I am sending this curse into the house of every thief and into the house of everyone who swears falsely by my name. And my curse will remain in that house and completely destroy it, even its timbers and stones. It might want to make you think twice before you start lying and stealing. The curse comes on you and your entire household. He said it right there. We just read it. A woman in a basket. Then the angel who was talking with me came forward and said, look up and see what's coming. What is it? I asked. He replied, it's a basket for measuring grain, and it is filled with sins of everyone throughout the land. Then the heavy lead cover was lifted off the basket, and there was a woman sitting inside of it. The angel said, the woman's name is Wickedness, and he pushed her back into the basket and closed the heavy lid again. Then I looked up and saw two women flying toward us, gliding on the wind. They had wings like a stork, and they picked up the basket and flew into the sky. Where are they taking the basket? I asked the angel. He replied, to the land of Babylonia, where they would build a temple for the basket. And when the temple is ready, they will set the basket there on its pedestal. Wow. They built a whole temple in praise to sin. You know, you get what I'm saying. People worshiping their sins, and then there's sins, and it's like sins are idols of many, many people. Multiple sins, right? All right, Zechariah chapter 6, 4 chariots. Then I looked up again and saw 4 chariots coming from between 2 bronze mountains. The first chariot was pulled by red horses, the second by black horses, the third by white horses, and the fourth by powerful, dappled gray horses. And what are these, my Lord? I asked the angel who was talking with me. The angel replied, these are the 4 spirits of heaven who stand before Yahuwah, the God of all the earth. They are going out to do his work. The chariot with black horses is going north. The chariot with white horses is going west, and the chariot with dappled gray horses is going south. The powerful horses were eager to set out to patrol the earth, and Yahuwah said, go and patrol the earth. So they left at once on their patrol. Then Yahuwah summoned me and said, look, those who went north have vented the anger of my spirit there in the land of the north. The crowning of Jeshua. Then I received another message from Yahuwah. Heldai, Tobiah, Jedaiah will bring gifts of silver and gold from the Jews exiled in Babylon. As soon as they arrive, meet them at the home of Josiah, son of Zephaniah. Accept their gifts and make a crown from the gold and silver. Then put the crown on the head of Jeshua, the son of Jehozadak, the high priest. Tell him, this is what Yahuwah, the God of heaven's army, says. Here is the man called the branch. He will branch out from where he is and build the temple of Yahuwah. Yes, he will build the temple of Yahuwah. Then he will receive royal honor and will rule as king from his throne. He will also serve as priest from his throne, and there will be perfect harmony between his two robes. Now, if we keep reading, listen to what it says. The crown will be, remember, they just made a crown for him and said, sit it on his head. The crown will be a memorial in the temple of Yahuwah to honor those who gave it: Heldai, Tobijah, Jedaiah, and Josiah, the son of Zephaniah. People will come from distant lands to rebuild the temple of Yahuwah. And when this happens, you will know that my messages have been from Yahuwah, the God of heaven's armies. All this will happen if you carefully obey what Yahuwah, your God, says. So he told him about the crowning of Jeshua. Then in 14 and 15, he explained what that was. All right. Last chapter for the day, y'all. Zechariah chapter 7. A call to justice and mercy. On December 7th of the 4th year. Let me just say something. I know this is given like the Babylonian dates, like the Gregorian calendar dates, like January, and this is December and stuff. That may not actually be accurate based on Yahuwah's count. I'm actually saying like December, so we're thinking December, like the Christmas month, December. I don't necessarily think that it was like December, right? And, based on how I understand that times have changed in some of the months, Yahuwah's months straddle the Gregorian month. So I just want to put that out there. So just in case you didn't know. So there's something to check into. Last chapter for the day. I just started one because we didn't get past verse 1. On December 7th of the 4th year of King Darius' reign, another message came to Zechariah from Yahuwah. The people of Bethel had sent Sharezer and Remelech, along with their attendants, to seek Yahuwah's favor. They were to ask this question of the prophets and the priests at the temple of Yahuwah, the God of heaven's armies. Should we continue to mourn and fast each summer on the anniversary of the temple's destruction, as we have done for so many years? Yahuwah, the God of heaven's armies, sent me this message in reply. Say to all your people and your priests, during these 70 years of exile, when you fasted and mourned in the summer and early autumn, was it really for me that you were fasting? And even now in your holy festivals, aren't you eating and drinking just as you please yourselves? Isn't this the same message Yahuwah proclaimed through the prophets in years past, when Jerusalem and the towns of Judah were bustling with people, and the Negeb and the foothills of Judah were well populated? Then this message came to Zechariah from Yahuwah. This is what Yahuwah, the God of heaven's army, says. Remember, he's given the same message. Listen. This is what Yahuwah, the God of heaven's army, says. Judge fairly and show mercy and kindness to one another. Do not oppress widows, orphans, foreigners, and the poor, and do not scheme against each other. Your ancestors refused to listen to this message. They stubbornly turned away and put their fingers in their ears to keep from hearing. They made their hearts as hard as stone, so they could not hear the instruction or the messages that Yahuwah, the God of heaven's armies, had sent them by his Spirit through the earlier prophets. That is why Yahuwah, the God of heaven's armies, was so angry with them. Since they refused to listen when I called to them, I would not listen when they called to me, says Yahuwah, the God of heaven's armies. As with a whirlwind, I scattered them among the distant nations where they lived as strangers. Their land became so desolate that no one even traveled through it. They turned their pleasant land into a desert. And that, my beautiful friends, beautiful people, is our reading for today. Zechariah 5, 6, and 7. And I want you to keep paying attention to the constant message that Yah is telling his people that our people constantly still ignore. He said, this is all I want. I don't need all these religious festivals and all this other stuff, although the feasts and stuff are there, and they're in memorial. We should honor Yah, but they're doing it just out of, oh, let's do it because this is what we're supposed to do, yet they still living like the sons of hell all over the place, right? So he said, if you're going to do that, don't even do the, don't bring me any kind of gifts, don't do any of this. He said, I simply want you to do what's right. Be decent human beings. Do proper justice. Don't oppress the poor, the widow. Feed the hungry. Don't take advantage of one another. He said, stop doing these things to one another, right? And he said, and live peaceably upon this earth. And, so, that's been a constant message. So, like, every time we come across it, I just want to bring it out and reiterate it if you're not paying attention to it, which I know you guys are, but just in case somebody sees it that's not and doesn't really realize it and just reading for, the sake of reading, I like to bring it out. All right, y'all. So, now we are about to do the blessing. Y'all know where that's found at. All right. Okay. Y'all know that is in Numbers chapter 6. Verses 22 through 27. And Yahuwah spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto Aaron and unto his sons, saying, On this wise ye shall bless the children of Israel, saying unto them, May Yahuwah bless us and keep us. May Yahuwah make his face to shine upon us and be gracious unto us. May Yahuwah lift up his countenance upon us and give us his peace. And they shall put my name, whose name? Yah's name. And they shall put my name upon the children of Israel, and I will bless them. Who will bless us? Yah will bless us. All right, beautiful people. Love you. See you bright and early in the morning, 7:15 Eastern Standard Time. Peace.